Hello, happy Monday. I am so excited for this week. We are officially opening the doors to the Double Down Club. I will post the link for that down below. It is a online support training strategy system for consultants, for small business owners, and for commission-based salespeople. So real estate agents, insurance brokers who want to grow their business, and not just grow their business, but double their revenue in 2020. So we're opening the doors for that. We'll put the link in that community. You are going to get one strategy every single month. This is going to be a new strategy, give you all of the tools, all of the support, all of the scripts on how to implement that strategy in your business. And you can implement that in just 1 hour a week. And within that 1 hour a week, you should be able to win at least one new additional client each month until you are at your capacity and you can build a waiting list. So that is available starting today. We're only opening the doors for 1 week, so until Friday. So check that out. And in celebration of that, I want to come on live every day this week and give you some training on how you can grow your business using proactive outbound sales approaches. But the first thing that I want to talk about is outbound proactive sales right for your business, right? There's a lot of opportunities to market your business online. There's a lot of opportunities to advertise your business. And sometimes those strategies are very, very effective. But sometimes they kind of have you wondering, man, I'm just waiting for the phone to ring. And what I want to do is give you the tools to stop wondering where your next client is going to come from, to stop wondering how you're going to find clients, and instead to have a plan, to have predictable clients and a waiting list of clients that are ready to work with you. And so what I want to talk to you about today is, how do you know if you should be doing outbound sales? So the first thing to think about is, when you end up getting a customer or getting a client, are you interacting with them one-on-one? So if you're a consultant, are you giving them a proposal? Are you actually servicing them one-on-one? If you're a real estate agent, right? How are you interacting with your customers? Are you doing that in person? Are you having one-on-one conversations with your customers once you win them? Now, there are some businesses, there are online retailers, for example, or in-store retailers who are utilizing sales, but they're not necessarily utilizing outbound sales to bring customers to the store or bring customers to the website. They're utilizing marketing strategies to do that. And so those people might not really be appropriate for doing outbound sales. Here's the way I want you to think about this. If the way that you deliver your product or deliver your service involves some one-on-one conversation with your customer or client, then you can benefit from having outbound proactive sales conversations where you're interacting one-on-one with your customers as they're making a decision to buy. And if you don't currently have a waiting list of clients, if you're currently not hitting your sales goal every single quarter, if you're currently missing your revenue goals, you should probably be doing outbound sales in your business. And it feels scary, and it feels like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be that used car salesman. I don't want to bug people. But I am telling you that you do not have to sit there and hope that clients find you, that you can be proactive in your approach to winning clients. And you can actually, instead of waiting for your customers to find you, you can go out and find them. And so if you're thinking, man, it would be nice to know where to go to find clients when I need them, and I don't know how to do that, then Double Down Club is something you are going to want to check out. We are going live every day this week with training. Tomorrow, I am going to give you guys a way to assess your current outreach efforts, to give yourself like that kind of gut check. Is what I'm doing working? Are there things that I could be doing better now? It's a sales audit. It's the exact same sales audit that I have every single one of my clients who pay me thousands of dollars a month to work with me do before we start working together. So I'm going to walk you through that live. We'll have a download so you can do it on your own. But today, what I want you to do is I want you to ask yourself these 3 questions to determine if you should be utilizing outbound sales in your business. Okay. Are you ready for the questions? The first is, when I deliver my product or service, do my customers interact with me one-on-one directly? If the answer to that question is yes, then you absolutely should be engaged in outbound proactive sales. The second question is, am I consistently hitting my revenue goals or hitting my sales goal quarter after quarter? If the answer to that question is no, then you should likely be doing more proactive outbound sales, right? The results are ultimately what tell you where your actions need to be. And then the third question is, do I have a waiting list of clients that are ready to work with me, that are primed to work with me, so that when my current, when I finish with my current projects, when I finish serving my current customers, I have a list of people primed, ready to work with? If the answer to that question is no, then you probably need to be engaged in more proactive outbound sales efforts. That is just the reality. Sometimes we don't like to hear this. Sometimes it's hard to hear. Sometimes we want someone to just say, give me a magic wand and do a really cool Facebook ad and I'll get 1,000 followers on social media and then I won't need to do sales. The reality is if your customers are going to interact with you one-on-one as you deliver your product or service to them, then you need to be comfortable having those proactive sales conversations. Whether you're using those to generate more leads coming in, which is ultimately why sales can be so powerful, because you're not having to wait for people to find you, but instead you have the tools and the strategies and the systems in place to go out and find people who can benefit from your services and get in front of your competitors in terms of how you're interacting with customers. So not only that, but at some point you're going to have a sales conversation with the customer, whether it's negotiating pricing, whether it's setting start dates, whether it's getting them to say yes or no. And the more comfortable you are with the entire sales process, the easier those conversations are going to be. There's this kind of sales line, always be closing, which I always say never be closing, right? Sales should never be about closings. Sales are about relationships. They're about opening relationships. They're about starting relationships, starting engagements. But here's the thing, if you want to win clients, the way that you can win clients more effectively is by getting really good at the initial first part of that sales stage. The way you set up sales conversations, from an initial conversation with somebody to a discovery session, to an interest meeting, to a qualifying conversation, those are the things that will make it so much easier for you when it comes time to have conversations about things like pricing, when it comes to having conversations about, do you want to do business with me? Am I the best fit, right? So you can set up those conversations really well early on. But if you're just waiting for leads to come find you, you lose a lot of your power in that. And that you actually put yourself as a disadvantage where you're being reactive to what the client is asking for, what the prospective client wants, versus being proactive in your approach. So if you're feeling like you're always being here's some other indicators that you need to be doing more outbound proactive sales in your business. The first is that you feel like you're waiting for the phone to ring, right? You're like, okay, you're waiting for those customers to be calling you or those emails to come in, and it's just not happening. Another one is that you find yourself competing on price a lot, that you are having conversations with people and they're like, oh, I love what you do. But, I was looking at this other service and they can do it for this much, or that's not the best price I've had. I want to stay with the lowest price. If you find yourself competing on price, then you need to be doing more proactive outbound sales efforts so you can shape those conversations earlier in the process and really set those conversations up for success for both you and your potential clients. So we've talked about a couple of different things, right? It's jam-packed in a lot of information here. I actually am on early today because I've got to go to a doctor's appointment. This is going to be like a no makeup week for me because my allergies were so bad. I woke up on Saturday and my eyes were like swollen. Like I looked like I got punched. I actually ended up taking 2 Benadryl in the morning on Saturday morning. So needless to say, Saturday was not a very productive day for me. And then my skin is still really red and sensitive. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to my doctor about what I can do about the allergies. So I had to hop on today early, and we're kind of throwing a lot of information at you really, really quickly. But what I want you to be thinking about is, okay, I know I want to grow my business in 2020. right? Like before COVID hit, I had big goals for my business. This was going to be a breakthrough year for me. And I want to double my revenue in 2020. I want to have a waiting list of clients. I want to have consistent cash flow. And what I have been doing is doing really good work, relying on referrals, doing some online marketing, being involved in social media, posting a lot on my blog, and I'm just not getting the traction. I feel like I'm still waiting for the phone to ring and nothing is happening. This is an indicator that your business is primed to benefit substantially from effective, authentic, proactive, outbound sales conversations. And I want to tell you that most people hear the word sales and they're like, like, nope, not for me. I don't want to do sales. If you want to have a successful business and your business involves you serving customers and clients directly, you need to embrace sales. There is no other option for you. That is how you are going to grow your business. Marketing, social media efforts, all of those things can help and should be a part of your strategy. A well-balanced strategy for people includes marketing, online and offline, as well as sales. But oftentimes people are scared of the sales component because they've never been taught how to do it in a way that is rewarding for them, rewarding for their prospects, that is effective, that is authentic, that feels genuine, that doesn't feel slimy or manipulative. And that's what Double Down Club is about. It's about teaching you how to do those things, giving you one strategy a month so that you can win one additional client a month. And then some indicators that you really need to be embracing outbound sales are, are you interacting with customers directly when you deliver your product or service? You're actually engaging with them. You're giving them a quote or proposal. You're having a conversation with them. They're coming into your office to sign papers. If that is the case, you need to be utilizing outbound proactive sales strategies directly to your customers as part of what you offer. The second thing is that you're not hitting those sales goals and those revenue goals consistently. You've been doing all of the other things, but you're still not getting the growth you want. Huge indicator that you should be utilizing outbound sales strategies. The third one is you don't know where you're going to find your next client and you're waiting for the phone to ring, and it's frustrating. This means you have an opportunity to find those customers and clients and proactively reach out to them. So I want you thinking about in your business, how does this land for you? Is this something that you need to be utilizing more often in your business? And if the answer is yes, come join us live every single day this week, because I'm going to walk you through a training process to help you find and win those clients. That if you don't, Double Down Club's not for you and you just watch the live trainings, you are going to get so much value out of that can help you start going out and having those conversations directly with your customers. So tomorrow we're going to start with a sales audit. It's going to walk you through your sales process, your sales strategies, and give you a sense of how effective your current process and systems are and where your biggest opportunities are. So this is the exact process I walk all my clients through. It's very powerful in terms of shining a light on where you need to focus your effort and where your opportunities are. So stay tuned and we'll have that for you tomorrow. Today, I just want you to ask yourself this question. Will my business benefit from proactive outbound sales? Based on what we've talked about today, based on what you've heard today, is there an opportunity for you to grow your business using proactive outbound sales? And especially if those sales are done in a way that are engaging, that are authentic, that are compelling, that are genuine, that are kind, that are rewarding. And if the answer is yes, come join us for these live workshops. We'll be posting all of the details for that in the Facebook group. Have a great start to your week, and I will see you tomorrow.